Let's start off, Tariq, and talk a little baseball. They floated out a plan to open the season in July. What do you think of it?
Smart move if you can get the players to all agree to go in and do that. 82 games, I like it. Interleague play, okay. I'm good with that. 14 teams making postseason. Canceled All-Star. Nobody's going to miss it. They just want baseball. Universal DH, though. I kind of look forward to that. So, I mean, with this season, with baseball, with any other sport, if you're going to play, this is the most exploratory you can get right now. I mean, you're just happy to have baseball if you can have it.
They sort of backed off from that plan where they were going to do 3 geographical leagues, though. I was kind of disappointed because, while I'm not sure that I was all in on that, Pat, I thought it was different enough to at least talk about.
Yeah, but, I mean, look, there's enough different, as Tariq just brought up. Like, you do realize what's happening, right? Major League Baseball is making the tweaks that the general, not diehard fan has wanted for years and years and years. You have a shorter season. You have a universal designated hitter. You're going to have wider rosters, which is going to mean more players, which is going to mean more specialties. I mean, this is what baseball is going to look like 5 years from now permanently. This isn't by mistake. They're not doing it just because of what's going on with coronavirus. They're using the pandemic as an excuse to change the game, and I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that feeling. I don't see anything in there except for the DH, which I think is really a minor tweak when you get right down to it, Tariq, that they're going to keep. They're not going to take a shorter schedule. The expanded rosters will cost them money in a full season, and they're doing that only because they won't have a minor league season. What do you see here worth keeping?
I mean, I like a good portion of it. I do like the shorter season. I think the season is too long. I've been saying that for years. I'd like to see more teams make the playoffs or just make it a quicker postseason where we go back to the way it was before. Top 2 teams from either division. Realignment. I'd like to see realignment if there's possible. There was some talk of having the Mets and the Yankees in the same sort of division. That would be interesting. But, I mean, right now, I think, the concern here is that you don't want to cancel the whole season. So explore anything you want. I don't think they're going to have fans in the stands for these games anyway. Explore it any which way you want so you can get some type of season before this is all, past us and you lose that window before fall gets here.
All that said, it was kind of a bad look that they start, with an unemployment rate that's soaring in this country, that they start arguing about who's going to get what share of what.
Yeah. Yeah, well, players are not going to win this. Players are not going to win that.
Well, hold on, though. I mean, you look, players aren't going to win it. Who are you going to put out there, right? Like, I mean, I think the players have more power in this situation, optics aside. What are you going to do? You're going to throw out minor leaguers that have been training even less with less money to train? The owners might be kind of over a barrel on this one. I think that the players get a better shake than you think up front there, Tariq.
I'm worried about the overall optics of it all. I mean, you're going to have some places starting to reopen now. For a lot of people out there, they're like, hey, and I don't make this comparison. There has been a lot of baseball players that have been compared to going to war and then coming back and playing baseball. I think this is totally different. I think this has to do with these players and their families and safety and a higher population. So I'm not going to put it on that pedestal. But a lot of people are kind of like, I mean, you go back and play. Go back and play. I need you to go back and play. So go back and play. And a lot of these players are in a different mindset now than they were back then.
Pat, to close this out, I think a subject probably near and dear to your heart is when the NHL was facing a similar situation due to a work stoppage, and they came back with a 50-game schedule, and how good and how important those hockey games seemed then. It's a similar situation.
100%. Like, as much as I hated those strike years, like, that season was bananas because every freaking game mattered. And going even further than that, let's say they adopt an 82-game season over the amount of time that they normally play in a regular season. Now you have players getting days off. You're having injuries heal. You have the potential for much better, more entertaining baseball. Think about that.